Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about topic the project risk management. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management or you are planning to give exam or PMP in near future. So let's start. First of all, I request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my videos can reach to you, and also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. When project risk management is basically a knowledge area in the PMBOK Guide Project Management Body of Knowledge, which is a book issued by PMI. PMI is a non-profit based organization based in USA and which provides the best practices and industry standards for the project management. Friend, what is actually a risk? A risk is a uncertain condition in a project for which we are not sure whether it will happen or not happen in the project. If a risk is positive, if a risk occur in a project, it will have an impact on the project. Risk can have a positive impact or can have a negative impact on the project. If it's a positive impact, we will try to improve, enhance the positivity in the project. If it's a negative impact of a risk, so we will try to mitigate that risk. So that is basically the thing related to risk management. Friend, a risk is a crucial aspect of project management that involves identifying, assessing and managing potential risk that could impact the successful completion of a project. Risk can be a positive or a negative effect. It can affect the different factors, different aspects of a project like scope, schedule, cost, quality. Effective risk management helps project managers and their teams anticipate potential issues, develop strategies to mitigate or respond to them, and enhance the likelihood of the project's success. First thing is the risk identification. Risk identification means that basically the team sit together in a conference room. They try to understand, they try to identify the risk which could affect, which could impact the project, like scope, schedule, external factors. For example, there could be a risk that if you are starting a new project, that team is not on hands, technically is not strong with the new technology at which you are going to work. So this is a risk. Okay, so different techniques we can use to identify the risk, like for example brainstorming, risk checklist and expert interviews to identify both known and unknown risk. It's very interesting thing that many times, like if you have a experience about the previous projects, so you already know that there are some risks. For example, you know that your team is not well trained on the new technology, so this is a already known known risk. There could be some unknown risk as well. For example, you are deploying a release on the production and you don't know any particular risk that what will happen when you deploy the release on the production. Then a risk assessment is very important. A risk assessment means that you identify the likelihood and the impact. Likelihood means probability, that how many chances are there that the risk will occur, and impact means the major impact, minor impact, medium level impact. So based on that we prioritize the risk and the significance to the project. This is often done using a risk matrix or other quantitative or the qualitative analysis methods. Then risk response planning. Risk response planning means that we develop a strategy to respond to the risk. Like first we identify the risk, then we identify the likelihood and impact, and then we do the response plan. Response planning means that what we will do if that particular risk occur. For negative risk like threats, that means which have a negative impact on the project, we do the mitigation. Mitigation means that reducing the probability or impact on the project. We also do the contingency planning, means that preparing a response if the risk occur, like we have some extra time, extra amount should have, or we can accept the risk, that if that risk occurs, so we will accept that risk. For positive risk, we will consider this as an opportunity, and strategies may involve exploitation, enhancement, sharing or acceptance. If that risk occur positively on the project, we will try to enhance that risk. Then risk monitoring and control means that continuously monitor and track identified risk throughout the project life cycle. We can use any Excel sheet, Google Docs, in which we place or mention all the risks, and on a weekly basis or after every 2 to 3 days we go through that list. Implement risk response plans as needed and reassess the effectiveness of these plans over time. Identify new risks that may arise as the project progress. So regularly evaluating those risks. If there is anything which should be added in the list, we should add it. And then next is the risk communication. Risk communication means communicate risk information to relevant stakeholders. Ensure that project team members and stakeholders are aware of the potential risk, their likelihood, impact, and the strategies in place to address them. For example, senior management should know that this is the risk, that the team is not trained properly, for example. So what is the mitigation? You can arrange a technical training for the team so that they can have a hands-on knowledge. So whatever the risks are there, it should be properly communicated, properly addressed, and there should be a proper response to that risk. If that risk occurs, so what you will do, and not only the thing, like for example, you have already made the Excel sheet in which you have mentioned all the risk and all the things are there, but it is also very necessary to communicate the risk to the relevant team members as well. Documentation. Documentation means maintain a risk register or a log that includes details about identified risk, their assessments, and the planned responses. Document changes in risk status, effectiveness of risk strategies, and any lesson learned document as well. Lesson learned means that whatever the things you have learned from the project which must have to be improved, and which should be avoided any negative things. So lesson learned basically is a document from dealing with risk and during and after the project. Use this information to improve risk management processes for future projects as well. So friend, lesson learned is a part of the documentation, and it should be maintained throughout the project, not necessarily in the end of the project. And it's a very very important document, so that you can add a value in the project. The main purpose of lesson learned document is that the positive things should be continued and the negative things should be discontinued or avoid in the project, and the mistakes which you have done in the current project, it should be avoided in the future projects as well. Then friend, effective project risk management helps project teams to be proactive in addressing potential issues, reduces the likelihood of negative impacts, and increases the chances of project success. It is an iterative process that requires ongoing attention and adaptation as the project progresses and as a new risk emerge. So friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching.